super fast wireless charging, and 10 times zoom. Huawei's new premium flagship offers more of everything. But should you spend 1,400 euros on a phone without Google services? Hey guys, I'm MICHAELJOSH, and you're watching GadgetMatch. About a month ago, Huawei announced its 2020 flagship, and just like Apple and Samsung, this year they're offering 3 models instead of 2. So apart from the P40 and P40 Pro, there's now also a new higher-end P40 Pro Plus. I'm told the thinking behind this is so that they could offer their flagship at an affordable price tag while still pushing the boundaries of tech without forcing other users to pay for the premium if those are not features that they really need. So, what extra features are on the P40 Pro Plus? Are they worth its 400 euro premium? And how does this phone compare with the phone it's designed to go head-to-head with, the Samsung Galaxy S20 Ultra? If you're new here, welcome. This channel is all about in-depth gadget reviews and helping you find the right gadget to match your lifestyle. So if that's your kind of thing, consider subscribing and help us get to our next goal of 1 million subscribers. Normally I'd say stick with us and watch the entire video, but maybe you're just here for an answer to one question in particular, and that's okay also. So this time around, we're adding chapters. You can use either the scroll bar to get to the chapter you want to watch, or use the links in the description box below so you can jump to a specific part of this video. Or just sit back, relax, and join me as we take a deeper look at Huawei's newest flagship. Before we dive in, a quick unboxing to show you that there are no extras when you get the P40 Pro Plus over the P40 Pro. The box even is the same, except for this plus sign over here. This is the part where I was going to point out how silly P40 Pro Plus sounds like and the use of 2 superlatives in a name, and then I realized this phone is called the iPhone 11 Pro Max, so never mind. Inside is the phone, a SIM ejector tool, and inside here is supposed to be a clear case. Not sure why my reviewer's device doesn't come with one. You also get a 40-watt SuperCharge adapter, USB-A to C cable, and a pair of wired earphones. From this angle, the P40 Pro and Pro Plus look very similar. Unlike the S20 Plus and its big brother, the S20 Ultra, the P40 Pro Plus is roughly the same size as the P40 Pro. I like how they chose not to make the phone bigger because personally, this is too big for me for day-to-day use. In terms of actual footprint, height, and width, they're the same size. In fact, the P40 Pro's clear case sort of fits the P40 Pro Plus. The Pro Plus, however, is thicker and heavier, and its camera module is larger given its much more complex camera system. We'll dive more into that later, or you can jump ahead by clicking the chapter marker over here. On the outside, the biggest difference between the two is the choice of build material. The P40 Pro Plus is made of ceramic instead of glass, a material that shouldn't scratch as easily. It's available in black or white. I chose the white model because it doesn't reveal smudges as much as the black phone, which my buddy Aaron talked about in his video. On the inside, it has double the storage capacity, 512 gigabytes in total, and support for 40-watt wireless charging. Otherwise, it's the same phone with Huawei's most recent Kirin 990 5G processor and 8 gigabytes of RAM, a 6.58-inch OLED display with a 2640 by 1200 resolution, and a 90 Hz refresh rate. If you want to hear more about my experience using the P40 Pro, you can click over here to watch our exhaustive hands-on video. While I did say that I like this size better, even with the added thickness, you're not getting a bigger battery on the P40 Pro Plus. It shares the same 4,200 mAh battery as the P40 Pro, and in my time using the phone, it lasted just as long, about a day and a half on a single charge. That said, it does get one new feature, support for 40-watt wireless supercharging, which will deliver charging speeds that are as fast as if you were plugged in. In my tests, over 50% in 30 minutes, 90% after an hour, and 100% in 1 hour and 25. This might be the first video on YouTube where you actually see the Huawei SuperCharge 40-watt wireless charging stand, so let's take a closer look. This wireless charger has two coils, up here and down here, which means you can charge your phone vertically or horizontally. A light on the bottom of the charger indicates charging status. Because fast charging generates a substantial amount of heat, there's a built-in fan and vents on the bottom for better heat dissipation. But if I didn't look for it, I wouldn't have known because the fan is really quiet. The optional wireless charging stand will cost you extra. I think it should have just come in the box. The P40 Pro Plus has 5 rear cameras: a 50 megapixel wide-angle Cine Camera, a 40 megapixel ultra wide-angle camera, a 3D depth sensing camera, a telephoto camera with 3x optical zoom, and a second telephoto camera with 10x optical zoom. That's the most I've seen on a smartphone to date. Previously, the record was 5x, like on the Oppo Find X2 Pro and the Samsung Galaxy S20 Ultra. The engineering required to pull off this feat is pretty impressive, even if you just look through the periscope to see what's inside. But we'll do you one better by showing you this cross-section. See how the light is bounced through 5 different mirrors? It's amazing how much they were able to squeeze into this small phone, which also makes me think I shouldn't complain about this big camera bump. But do you really need this much zoom on a smartphone? Need? Maybe not, but I can think of a few examples where that extra zoom might come in handy. Like when you're on a holiday, touring a landmark. I live in Brooklyn, and oftentimes I love taking a walk to the water where it's always beautiful. 10x zoom is perfect for being able to snap a photo of the Empire State Building from across the river. I'm sure I would also love this much zoom at a zoo so that I can get really close to the animals. But even if you're just walking down the street and see a cool kitty cat and want to take a photo without scaring it away, 10x zoom is great for that also. Now, if we're comparing versus the S20 Ultra, 10x will always trump 5x. A perfect example would be this photo of my bookshelf, which I shot from my couch. Notice how the book titles are sharper, how the details on my agate bookends are more evident, and then down here, the fibers on my Mega Yarn Yoshi amiibo. All these combined make for a much better, sharper, and more detailed photo. Here's another one of a Gothic church shot from a block away. From the moldings, to the textures of the chipped paint, to the green wire. The P40 Pro Plus is able to capture more detail than the S20 Ultra. When shooting conditions are ideal like this, it's not gonna matter as much, especially if you're just going to post to social. But there are other times, like in my kitty cat example, where you will benefit from that extra detail. Now, because Huawei phones are best known for their impressive low-light performance, it's worth pointing out that both the telephoto lenses do not have the same large sensors and wide apertures like you'll find on both the ultra-wide and wide cameras. So low-light performance is not going to be as good. That also means that at night when you're trying to use 10x zoom, the image will look rather dark in the preview. The good news is that night mode still works and does a decent job nonetheless. See this shot of the Empire State Building after dark, and here's a comparison taken with the S20 Ultra. Here's another photo taken in my bathroom with very little available light. Actually, now that I think about it, when it's really dark out, I wouldn't use the 10x zoom lens without night mode turned on. 3x, 10x. This is the first time I've seen 2 zoom lenses on one smartphone, and I think it's a good idea if Huawei wants to keep pushing the boundaries of optical zoom on phones. In this case, from 5x to 10x. That way, you still get a 3x zoom lens for everyday use. I will argue that 2x zoom, like on the iPhone 11 Pro Max, is the sweet spot. Let me explain. Imagine you're at a cafe. Now, restaurants are still closed in New York, so imagine my living room is the cafe. Now, if you're like me, you might have found yourself sitting at a table wanting to snap a photo of your iced coffee for the gram. 2 times makes sense, both in terms of the perfect distance to shoot the photo and what you're able to fit into the frame. 3x isn't so bad. It's a little bit tighter, but it still works. In fact, I do like this photo shot from a different angle. But imagine 5x. That's too close for it to work in this particular scenario. I also want to take the opportunity to address zooming in as close as possible. Both the P40 Pro Plus and the S20 Ultra allow you to digitally zoom up to 100x in photo mode. Huawei is wise not to talk up this feature like Samsung does, branding it Space Zoom and plastering it all over the back of the Ultra. Because let's face it, images shot at 100x are never going to be good enough to post online, unless you somehow manage to capture a viral moment, or if you're trying to spy on your neighbors, which you shouldn't be doing in the first place. All that said, those who like to take a lot of photos on their phone will enjoy the flexibility the P40 Pro Plus offers, especially when it comes to zoom. My one suggestion is that they improve the software experience, making it easier to select from the different zoom options. Like Samsung does, you just tap here to get a few preset options. Because I've already published a 15-minute video on the P40 Pro, I'm not going to be spending a lot of time talking about these phones' cameras. Suffice to say, they are still some of the best, if not the best, in the market today. Take a look at more sample shots we took around Brooklyn. I will say that I would love it if the ultra wide-angle lens were wider. I took the subway for the first time in a long time the other day. The wider field of view on the S20 Ultra delivers a more dramatic image in this scene. Or better yet, let's take this example from my buddy Michael Fisher's video. I'm still bummed he didn't invite me to go on that photo walk with him, so I'm going to steal his idea instead. While this shot of this Kaws sculpture looks great, imagine how dramatic an ultra-wide-angle shot could look like, as can be seen in these photos taken with my S20 Ultra. And then take a look at that same shot taken with the ultra-wide-angle camera of the P40 Pro Plus. As you can see, it's not wide enough. There are a few new AI-based software features thrown in, like being able to remove passers-by from a photo and reflections from glass, plus old favorites like super slow-mo video capture.
Huawei says low-light video performance has also been improved, so we're testing that out, turning my living room into what might be a dimly lit bar. Let me know what you think. We're shooting this with the Huawei P40 Pro Plus. And we're shooting this with the Samsung Galaxy S20 Ultra. We haven't changed the lighting conditions, so let me know which shot is better by leaving me a message in the comments section below.
Of course, it goes without saying that low-light photo performance is top-notch. Even without night mode, the P40 Pro and P40 Pro Plus deliver excellent photos at night. If I were to suggest one improvement, it would be that the AI would kick in sometimes when the photo doesn't really need to be so bright. For example, I wanted to shoot this moody, artsy shot of the Brooklyn Bridge right after sunset. Everything looked great during the preview, but when the phone worked its software magic, it brightened the photo. Still a great one, just not what I was going for. The same applies during the day. Because the P40 has a tendency to brighten shots, parts of a photo that might be light blue, or light gray, or light tan all turn out white. And sometimes, this leads to what might look like blown out highlights, as can be seen on Chai's arms in this photo. Finally, the P40 Pro Plus, like the P40 Pro, has dual selfie cameras. The second one is used to measure depth for better background blur. I will say, whenever I have to take a selfie that I intend on posting online, this is the phone that I reach for. It's my favorite selfie phone today because I like the way it makes me look. And I think that's because of the focal range and the way it doesn't aggressively highlight all my imperfections. Before we wrap up, it's time for some quickfire Q&A where I answer some of the questions you left for me on social media. How is the user experience without GMS? It's inconvenient, but not a deal breaker. Between the App Gallery, Amazon App Store, and APK Pure, I'm able to get most of the apps I need. If you want a lengthier answer, I'm going to link my Mate XS review up here and in the description box below. Can you get YouTube? Not via an app, but YouTube works in a browser. Grow a beard, bro. Wanna see you like that. I can't grow one even if I wanted to, but here's a rendering from when FaceApp was still a thing. Okay, time to bring it in. Is the Huawei P40 Pro Plus your gadget match? If you're looking for the best camera on a smartphone today, the P40 Pro Plus is your best bet. From awesome selfies to solid daytime photos to unmatched low-light performance to being able to zoom in the furthest, the P40 Pro Plus is an all-around champ. But you need to ask yourself, am I willing to live with the inconvenience of not having Google Play services? Now, if the answer is yes, go right ahead, but is the €400 premium of the Pro Plus over the Pro model worth it? I personally think that the P40 Pro is the better value, even if in Apple land a 512GB iPhone 11 Pro Max will cost you about the same. That said, 10 times optical zoom is something you can't find anywhere else. And super fast wireless charging is an offering only a handful of phones can manage. And that's what this phone is all about. Like Huawei's foldable Mate XS, it's a showcase of all the amazing tech the company is capable of. A foretaste of what might eventually trickle down to other models in about 6 months to a year, and a slice of what Americans are missing because of this silly trade war. And that was our Huawei P40 Pro Plus review. If you like videos just like this one, make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Hit that bell icon so that you get notified every time we post a new video. Follow me on social media for all the behind-the-scenes fun stuff. And as always, make GadgetMatch.com your daily habit. Till the next video, I'm MICHAELJOSH. Thanks for dropping by.